about 3, 2, 1?
You always want to mess up some shit.
Oh my God, I'm always up.
Okay, so you're 3, 2, 1. I'm 1, 2, 3. And the fact of the matter is, welcome back to the mirror, guys.
No, I changed my mind. I'm 2, 1, 3 now.
You just want to be really complicated. Like, you
Welcome back
really
to the
just want to
mirror.
be
What's up,
complicated.
family?
You said you're 2, 3, 1?
I'm cutting you off.
Of course you
What's
are,
going
because
on,
I'm
mirror
the
family?
problem.
Welcome back to the mirror. Just shut up, twin. Stop it.
You see what I did there? Buttons. Just pressing all of them.
All of them.
That's what happens when you have a twin.
No, bitch, you made me stop at every floor. That's fucked up.
I can't help it. I want to do that one day.
No, you don't. No, I do not want to be present for that shit. No.
I've never done it.
You
I want to
haven't?
do it. No. Oh my God.
I've
Next
been
time we
doing
go
it,
somewhere, let's do
bro.
it. But the thing is,
You
I
are
want to
missing out on
ride
life, sister.
every floor though.
You are missing out on life, sister.
I want to do it on every floor, and I'm going to stay on the elevator. So next time we go somewhere and there's an
Oh,
elevator,
you want to
let's
do
do
that?
it.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll get off here then. I don't know which direction that's going, but it's
That's
a
what
no
we
for
can do
me.
after 55 shots.
Who is we?
We're in this
All right,
together,
moving on.
pal.
Welcome back to Mirror Focus. Lock in, fam.
I know I need to be good. We have a guest.
We do.
We have a guest. We have a
Well,
guest.
I'm sorry she had to go through it with us, but this is the vibe. So it's what we appreciate more. So
Yeah.
she knows it and she still chose us. So that is very, very impressive.
It's so cute. It's like a 90s rom-com.
I mean, right?
Yes. That is so cute because do you know what I watched the other day?
No.
The Wedding Planner.
Oh, God.
It was so cute.
All right, look, focus, twin. Get in line.
So anyway, we want to welcome to the mirror Miss Nicole Burks.
Thank you, Nicole. Sorry you got to go through all that, but
girl.
We were just warming up. We was kidding.
Anyway. All right. So first and foremost, welcome in Nicole. And guys, Nicole is actually owner, founder of Big Nita's Cheesecakes here in Louisville, Kentucky. So
hi, guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We are doing good.
Amazing.
Before we get deep into everything. So who is Nicole today? If someone met you right now, what would you want them to know about you?
Okay, I would say that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I am a fiance. I'm a dog mom, no actual kids.
Okay.
I am sober. I'm in recovery, hard worker. Let's see. I'm in the weight loss community as well. And yeah, that would say that's who I am today.
I love it. So we always like to start with the real stuff in the mirror because it is about checking your reflection. How would you say your spirit is lately? What season of life are you in?
I would say I'm in a season of change because there's a lot of big changes going on in my life. So I'm in a season of growth and change and a little bit of uncomfortableness. I don't even know if that's a word, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's in our dictionary. We're going to go with it. It's there.
Yeah. So that's my season. I'm in a season of just a lot of changes in my life right now.
Yes, for sure. And I say that all the time on the mirror. Your biggest growth is your most uncomfortable. And I think that's how we know we're doing it right.
Yes.
And change is very important because what will look like staying the same, so
exactly.
That's very important. And the fact that you're aware about that's also growth. So kudos for that. Like your third eye's open.
Yeah, all the time. Yes.
So I gotta ask you this. So what's something people assume about you that is like completely wrong?
Okay, this is going to be crazy, but I would say before people meet me, a lot of people assume based off of my business name, they assume that I am African American.
I mean, I did too. I was like,
I would
Big
say
Nita,
like
Big Nita, then Nicole answered the phone. Wait a damn minute.
Yes. So I would
Something's
say
happening
a lot of
around here.
people assume that. Yes.
That
I
is
get
kind
that.
of funny.
So where'd that name even come from?
Okay, so Big Nita is a nickname from my childhood. So whenever I was younger, I was a lot bigger. I've lost a lot of weight.
Hmm.
And whenever I was in grade school, I took Spanish class, and my Spanish name for Nicole was Nita. And I started running with
Oh,
the boys, particularly like my freshman year of high school. I would run with the football team because I did weightlifting and things like that. And even though I was a bigger girl, I always was still kind of athletic. I did like powder puff football, weightlifting, and things like that. So the weightlifting team my freshman year of high school started calling me Big Nita because I could weightlift and kind of keep up with a lot of the guys on the football team. And it became a nickname that stuck. And that's what like my teachers started calling me and my friends and family. So it truly is just a nickname that goes back from basically like middle school to high school years that like just my closest friends, family, and people know me.
nice. So
I
look,
love
look,
that.
that name gives off like you was a low key bully too, wasn't you? Go
No,
ahead and say
I was
yeah,
not.
you did. Yeah, you used to
No,
flip shit over.
I think you're too sweet to be a bully. Like, personally, that's my opinion. So,
Yeah, because you're short, okay?
okay, we're not talking about my height. Anyway, okay. I do think that is funny though, but I love the nickname. I think that is absolutely adorable. And now you've turned it into this whole brand.
Yes.
What kind of woman would
you
you say you were before life humbled you?
I would say I was lost, broken, didn't know who I was, what I wanted to be. I would just say I was a very insecure, unsure person, if that makes sense.
No,
it
that makes
does.
perfect sense. And
It does.
I do want to, before we jump into it, congratulations on your recovery.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
I know recovery is not easy. It's affected my family tremendously, and so much so in the last 3 weeks, like you would not believe it. So
Yes.
I just want to congratulate you on your recovery and shout
Thank
out
you
Yeah.
to
so much.
anybody that is on the recovery journey because it is a lot to
Yes,
wake up every day and choose that. And we know
absolutely.
that
Yes.
it's not pretty. What was happening in your life during that hardest season?
Well, I was in a toxic marriage. I was at a job that I hated. There was just so many things that fueled my addiction. Um, it's kind of hard to really describe what your life is like in those
Yeah,
moments because
Mhm.
there's just so much constant chaos going on all the time that it's like a revolving door. Like you get up every day and you're living the same madness over and over and over again. So I would just say my life during that time was just pure madness all the time. A lot of lies, deceit, things, what I'm trying to say, bad things that people shouldn't
right,
be
right.
doing that you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
do in a normal day to day life.
Hmm.
Yeah, I completely get it. It's a whole nother world
Hmm.
inside that film, and
Yeah. Right.
yeah, but I'm telling you, girl, congratulations. Like my heart warms.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
Seriously,
much.
like we are really proud of you, and again, we are honored that you took time to be still to speak with us and at this moment because
Yes.
it's people like you that make the world go around, and you
And
you just
also give
shine light.
hope.
Yeah, it really
Well,
does. It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's motivation. So it's
Hmm.
like it happened to you. It can happen to anyone. It's like, but you
Correct.
have to you have to have that certain like stamina and mindset to actually make it through. And
Yes.
what that looks like to me, meeting with you, that is pure strength.
Yes. It's a lot. It's a decision you have to get up and make every day. It truly is.
I definitely agree. Like, definitely seeing it from different standpoints. To just give a little bit of background, just in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've had to place two family members in rehab. So
Oh,
that's me going to them at their rock bottom and pulling them out of
yes.
it and trying to convince them that there is more to life. So
Yes.
Yeah.
big strength. One of my really good friends actually runs a rehab facility here in the city. So, I'm she doesn't run it. She's a case manager. So I'm very grateful to have so many connections for that.
Right.
What do you remember
It's
about,
hard.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's hard. Speaking on the rehab thing, I just did an event this past Saturday, and I went with Berto, which is my fiance, there was a lot of recovery places there, and there are so many people that still struggle. And I told him, a lot of the times it comes down to people not having the resources and the financial stability to be able to go. Rehab is not for, don't have insurance and things like that. You have to be able to afford to go and do these programs and do these treatments. And yes, there is so much, you can apply for help and things like that, but that stuff takes time as well. So that's what I was kind of explaining to my fiance is, that's why so many people struggle, because at the end of the day, it comes down to not having resources and not having financial stability to be able to get help.
No, that is
and and
100%
and,
true.
and support.
And
So
support as well. Yes, yes.
yeah, because the support kind of goes into the shadows after a while because certain people the patience level and
Right.
whatever it's like or what's going on in their life they kind of shy away from it, and especially over something that they feel like you may be repeating or something, so they gets
Yeah.
overlooked, but they have to keep pushing and you have to push even further. So they
Yeah,
can
for
only push
sure.
so far, and then you have to take it the rest of the way. It's a marathon. You have to cross the finish line. I
Yeah.
can't carry you to the finish line.
Yeah. You can't do it for them. Absolutely.
No, you have to want it. And that's,
Yes.
been the key with these two family members that I've had to explain to other family. It doesn't matter, you guys. At the end of the day, they have to want this. And we
Yeah,
can do
they
everything
do.
that we can. So in your situation, what do you remember about the moment that you realized, okay, I cannot keep living like this? It was your rock bottom and something flipped in you.
Well, what had happened with me was I had woke up one day, and at that point, Berto and I, my fiance, we had been together for quite a while, and I had blew all of our money. We were so broke. We were so behind on our bills. I probably owed, my drug man, which I had a couple of them, two or three in total between the three of them, probably like $5,000.
Oh
So
my gosh.
because they would like front me stuff, because when I got paid, I would always pay them, but it got to the point where like I was getting it from a couple different people. So in a couple weeks span, it just added up between like two or three places. And, I knew that Friday when I was going to get paid, I was not going to have the money to pay everybody or even pay any of our bills. So what had happened was I went to work that day, and I worked at an eyeglass place at this time. And I was like, I was sitting in my car at that place, and I was like, you know what? I can't do it anymore. I'm just going to take my life. And that was my honest
Mm.
thought in that moment. And at this time, I know this sounds crazy, but I didn't know that you couldn't overdose off of taking like too much like ibuprofen or Tylenol, because at the job where I worked at, we did eye surgeries, and they would keep
Mm.
big bottles of ibuprofen and Tylenol. So I went into the building, and I got a bottle of 500 ibuprofen pills, and I took that whole bottle of
Oh
500
my
ibuprofen because
gosh.
I was going to try to
Wow.
take my life. Yes. And immediately once I did it, I panicked, and I called a best friend of mine at the time, and I told her what was going on. And she was like, either A, you can go to the hospital and tell them what you done, or I'm going to call the police and they're going to come to your job. So I left my job and I immediately went to the hospital. And when I was in the hospital, they sent me to a place called Our Lady of Peace, which was like a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. And they sent me there on a 72-hour hold because I was suicidal. And when I was in
Mm.
that place, that is when I met a lot of people for the first time in my life in my addiction that was very similar to me and struggled with a lot of the same things that I struggled with. Okay. And I had a roommate in that place. Her name was Kiki. And when I got in that place at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I got in there. She was awake, and I got to talking to her, and she asked me why I was there, and I told her what was going on. And she said, look, the doctors are going to come in here at like 5 a.m. And do their rounds. And I think you should be honest with this doctor, because I told her that I was just going to lie so I could leave, so I could go home.
Mm-hmm.
And and at 5 a.m. when that doctor came in, she stayed up all night. And at 5 a.m. when that doctor came in, she was sitting in the bed across from me, like looking at me like, girl, you better tell this doctor the truth. You need to tell him the truth. And I did. I told for the first time with the doctor, I was honest. And that was kind of the moment I was like, okay, I got up the next morning. I called everybody that I knew. I called my job. I called Berto, my mom, my brother, my sister, and I told them that I had been struggling with addiction and I tried to take my life and where I was at and what was going on. And I told them in 72 hours, when I get out of this place, I'm going to get myself clean. I'm going to sober up. I'm going to try to kick this stuff on my own. And, and that's what I did. I called everybody. I was honest. I came clean with everybody. And it was probably the first time in my life that I, in many years, felt free because I was not hiding it anymore from anybody. It was like I finally allowed myself to accept that it was a part of who I was at that time, which is what I needed. And, and that was my rock bottom. And that is how I kind of started getting my stuff together.
Wow.
That is extremely powerful, and
Mm-hmm.
a round of applause for you. Like
Yes.
seriously, like
Thank you.
this is my first time like indulging myself in like a personal space with someone who's battled this, because I don't know that side of
Right.
your shadow, So to hear that is
Mm-hmm.
it's very empowering, and it's definitely a message, And I'm just hearing that, I'm so proud of you, and I'm
Yes.
Thank
glad that you're
you.
still here with us. Cause no, if you took yourself away, where the fuck we gonna get a cheesecake from
I know, right?
now? you trying to fuck up everybody's life. You
I
gonna
know,
take you out
I
and
know.
everybody? Like, come on, like
No,
for
it
real.
is powerful. I knew your story was powerful, but
Yes.
man, that
So
is
what, like,
wild.
after all of that came to fruition, like, what did your healing journey look like for you in the beginning?
Hmm.
Was it like messy? Was it lonely? Was it
Hmm.
hopeful? Was it confusing?
I would say it was all of that, because when I got out of Our Lady of Peace, I was really trying hard. This was before, right before the business started. And I was really trying hard to stay sober, and I was doing good. And I would have little spurts where, like, I would be sober for a few weeks, and then I would have a day or two where I kind of fell off. But, it was the most sobriety time I'd had in a long time. But
Mhm.
for me, my biggest thing was having something to do. Like, I have a very, very
Mm-hmm.
addictive personality, and I need things to occupy my free time, particularly like after work, the weekends, and at nights and things like that, because I have to be doing something all the time. And I've always been like that, even before I was in addiction and things like that. So when I first got sober, or was trying really hard to get sober and stay sober, it was exhausting because I was trying to find things to occupy that time. So it would help me deal with, like, the wanting to use and the cravings to use, and trying
Yeah.
to change my mindset from wanting to use all the time to doing something more productive with myself. I just didn't know how to do it. So that's what I would say. It was just exhausting, really.
I
Well,
imagine.
honey, that sounds like a little bit of ADHD in there also, which is why
No, it
you're
is
here, because
100%.
'cause you
Yes.
come to the right place, because we definitely have
Yes.
that.
We do. What is your
100%.
zodiac sign?
Look,
I'm an
everywhere I look,
Aquarius.
You're an Aquarius. Okay,
oh
makes
Yes.
sense.
damn, it makes sense.
That does
Should have
make
started
sense.
with that.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So you mentioned, it was up to you to try to find things to keep you occupied, occupying your mind,
Hmm.
so on and so forth. What boundaries did you have to set for that to happen for your healing and your sobriety?
Well, when I got out, luckily the people that were my drug men, they were actually like my best friend's dad and people that I were actually close with. And so, the boundaries were, when I got out, I told them, hey, I'm getting sober. And they all three actually allowed me to go on like a payment plan with them,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of help pay all this money back to them that I owed. But the boundary was, hey, I'm only going to get a hold of you when I'm calling you because I have money for you. Please do not call me for things. And they all actually respected that, because these were actually people that have been in my life a really, really long time. Like, one was my mom's best friend, because me and my mom also would use drugs together.
Oh,
One was my
wow.
best friend's dad. So these were people I had been around my whole life. You know, they just happened to be supplying my addiction as well. But my boundaries really for myself was making sure I stayed away from Like I couldn't hang out with my best friend anymore for a while because her dad was somebody that I would get stuff from. So that was a trigger for me. I couldn't see my mom anymore because being around my mom would make me want to use because me and my mom used to use together and her best friend was somebody that I would get stuff from. So as hard as it was and as much as I needed support from certain people, my best friend, my mom, I couldn't even be around them because it was such a trigger for me in the beginning. But it was a boundary of mine saying, hey, mom, I love you. But as a boundary, I can't be around you right now until I can become stronger and get my mindset right and get my healing together because I knew if I would get around them, I would relapse and I just would never get better. So my boundaries really were staying away from things that I knew I couldn't be around and trying to find a way to make extra money to start paying our bills up, get caught up on bills, really to just pay the dope men's back. That was really my focus when I first got sober.
Right. Wow. So I'm assuming that probably kept you grounded. So if we're
Hmm.
looking, at present day right now, this is Nicole out of addiction and, you're still in your transformation process. What would you say that you are most proud of right now that nobody gets to see, as far as your internal transformation and your internal healing?
Like be behind the scenes, your
Yeah, you're behind
that
the scenes.
moment, that moment for you. You was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Like what makes you
Hmm.
most proud?
Oh, okay. Like just of myself today as I am right now.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
business, not the fiance, just Nicole. What
I
are
would
you most proud
say
of?
I'm most proud of. Hmm. Oh my God, no one's really asked me that in a long time. And so I always say I'm most proud of the business because that's my whole life. But no,
Yeah,
I would say I'm most proud of, honestly, my relationship with Berto as I am now because, you know, we've been together for 10 years and through all of my messiness, through all of everything, he has stuck by me. I know it's not really about him, but I'm most proud of the life that I've been able to give him now because of our success and because of me being sober and because of my hard work, my sacrifices. It allows for me to be able to repay him for all the things that I took from him in my addiction, which was all of his money. And I lied to him all the time and deceitful things. So I'm proud of the fact that I have been able to get my life together enough to make and repay back somebody that means the most to me, the closest person to me in the
Mhm.
world, and give him the life that he deserves. I'm very proud of that because not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants to do that.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
you know, that was my goal. Even I know it's not really about the business. It's supposed to be about me being proud of what I am, but like that's been my goal with this business is just to get us to the point where he can be comfortable enough to never worry about a dollar again, ever again.
yeah,
Because for many years, that was our relationship, having nothing because of my selfishness, my lies, and all the things that I took from him. So I'm proud that I've been able to give those things back to him. His peace of mind, trust, happiness, financial stability. Those are big things to me. They're very meaningful to me.
no, I
That's
definitely
really
agree. Financial
that's really
stability,
impactful.
yeah, and financial stability is everything, especially when you come from robbing Peter to pay Paul.
No, literally, like, like in the whole thousands of dollars,
Right.
so.
Mhm. And then for you to have someone that holds you down, that is
Hmm.
like down.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
Yeah,
I watch your
I'm,
social. So I want to give a shout out to Berto because he is such
no,
an
literally,
important
yes,
part of your life.
yes,
yeah, look, we're coming for you. You're next, Birdo. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
like
your story.
he is,
yes,
I want to see it from your perspective. Now we're gonna talk to you, buddy.
like
Stay
he's
right
yes,
out
there
there doing the
now.
things and it's a blessing.
yes, it is.
All right, so like, where did the when did the cheesecake enter the plot? Because like, how did this happen? So how do you go from that to this?
Okay, so the cheesecakes came into the picture. I was probably about, I would say 6 to 8 weeks. I had been out of Our Lady of Peace, so maybe about 2 months, and I still was very much struggling to stay sober. And I kept getting on Facebook and I kept seeing this recipe for banana pudding cheesecake. And every time I would get on Facebook, that recipe would be on there. And I kept thinking, every time you get on Facebook, sometimes it's the same things. And I'm like, every time I get on here, it's this recipe for this cheesecake. So I told
Right.
Berto one day, it was like a Saturday, I said, we should get the stuff to make this cheesecake and like give it out to like his best friend or his parents or something like that. And he was like, babe, like, are you kidding me? Like we truly at that point still did not even have $100 in our bank because we were still paying everything off from, from that. And so I was
Right.
like, look,
Yeah.
like, I know we don't really have the money to just buy stuff to give away, but I was like, it'll give me something to do. Like, it'll help me stay busy. And, I kind of looked at it from that perspective of like, it's going to give me something to do like on the weekends and stuff. And he was like, okay, I'll support it because he knew at that time I still was really struggling staying sober, and I was very open with him about on the days that I was having bad days and things like that. So he knew I was struggling. So he was like, all right, let's do it. And he let me once again take our last $100 and go spend it on stuff from Kroger to buy stuff to make cheesecakes that weekend to give out to our friends and family. And that's what I did. And it was the best weekend because it was the first weekend in a very long time in my life that I felt like I did something besides want to use, besides get high. It gave me like a different perspective in my life that I hadn't seen in a long time because I was just always chasing getting high all the time. But that weekend, when we made those cheesecakes, it just people were just excited about it. Like they were like, "Oh my god, like, this is really good. You should make like a strawberry cheesecake, and you should make like a vanilla or whatever." And so that
Mm-hmm.
weekend, I told Berto, I said, "Babe, like I could do this and sell them for really cheap. I'm talking like $10 or $15, and it could help us get caught up on the bills, and it could give me something to do after working on the weekends." And I can remember Berto saying, I will support it as long as it doesn't take up all of our time. And well, we know how that story ends, but, and that's truly what he said. I will
Everything's
support it, but
fine.
I don't want it to take up all of our time. And that is truly how the business started. It literally started with, with that, just me continuously seeing the universe give me this recipe online. And luckily I listened and I said, okay, I see you, universe. You want me to make this banana cheesecake. And that is how the cheesecakes that's how it all started.
That is so
All right,
amazing.
so look, you know I'm in Georgia, so I'm gonna need a shipment. Like, do you do shipments? I'm gonna need that sent to me.
Yes, yes. I know I need to get on that shipping train ASAP.
I got you, girl. This is the start of a beautiful relationship. So we will
Yes, yes,
definitely be talking outside of this because yeah, we got some shit to do. Okay.
When
yes.
you have to try it, the cheesecake is fabulous. And I've yet to try the banana one, and I love banana pudding. It's my absolute favorite dessert. And I see you got it on the variety plate this week, so I might have to
Yes,
swing by and
yes.
grab me
Banks
some
is
because
always on. It's the number one. That's the queen.
it looks amazing. So do you, now that where you're at, from going to the addiction to rebuilding life, do you struggle
Mhm.
with imposter syndrome?
100%. And I think that's kind of where I'm at in my life right now because I'm still allowing myself to feel, or it's hard for me to allow myself to feel deserving of all of these successful things because of my past. And there's so many things that my past still interferes with. And I'm going to give you guys an example. So Berto just got a new truck. We're finally in a position where he was able to get a new truck. But when you go to get a vehicle, they run your credit. And so Berto had told me, babe, when they ran my credit, they asked me back 6 years ago why we were behind on our mortgage. And I said, oh my God, what did you tell them? And he was like, I just told them like, we just kind of were struggling and whoop de whoop. So even something 6 years ago, we were behind on our mortgage 6 years ago because I was blowing all of our money on substances. That is still on Berto's because the house is in Berto's name. Because at the time when we bought our house, I didn't have nothing. So nothing was going to go in my name. I didn't have credit or anything. So when we bought our
Mhm.
house, some years ago, it went in Berto's name. So when we went to buy that truck, well, when, Berto got the truck, you know, luckily his credit was still good enough to get the truck, even with that penalty on his credit from 6 years ago. But my selfishness still to this day has an impact on our lives. And so because of certain things like that, it's hard for me to allow myself to feel deserving of this success and all of the wonderful things that is happening or has happened recently to our business or to me, because I'm still learning to heal and allow myself to forgive myself, that,
Mm,
hey, that's not who you are anymore. You work hard now. You deserve these things. But there's very much the imposter syndrome, because I just sometimes still don't feel deserving, because my past still affects my future, little
Exactly.
situations like that. So
And I think, again, that's part of, that healing process of
it
growing.
is.
Like you said, you are in a
Mm-hmm.
growing season. And
Right.
in order to grow, you do have to overcome your past and your traumas and things of that
yeah.
nature,
Yeah.
and the good thing about you is now you can set in that self and be like, this is not me anymore. I have overcame so much. And I'm sure owning your
Mm,
business and doing all of the things is a huge healing impact to you. And like you said, you get to give back to Berto and you get to give back to
Right.
all the people that you hurt.
Right.
And I just, from watching your socials and learning the things that I've learned about you, you're so humble. You are so, so
and
humble.
Thank you. I try to always remain that way, because I feel like, you know, your every day can be so different from the other. And that's kind of how I try to look at my life is, you know,
yeah,
I don't take one day for granted, because I could wake up tomorrow and something could happen. All of this can be gone. Like, as a business owner, you see it all the time. People that have businesses and 3 months later they're closing their business. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
never expect to wake up and think I'm going to sell my business out tomorrow, because you may not. So I try to always just say, if I do sell out, I'm happy, but I don't ever expect it. I don't ever expect the line to be outside. I don't ever expect to sell every piece of cheesecake every weekend. I don't try to get cocky or arrogant or expect anything, because every day is completely different from the other. And you never know what the universe is going to bring you or give you in those days.
Yes, I agree
Yeah,
100%.
Barry, it's like, and just one thing I just want to point out, like, hearing your story and then feeling your energy, this is really impactful. Like, it just, I don't know, it's like, it's clicking something in me. It's like, this is like, I'm really, really proud of you. Like, to go through all of that and then to be at this point where you are now, that is something like, it's miraculous. Like, so
Thank you.
good job, Nicole, for
Thank
real.
you
Like,
so much.
girl, you are
Thank
doing your
you.
shit. You are
Yes,
doing it. And I might tell
I have
you
worked
nothing,
very
you
hard. Yes.
know?
So much
So
work.
what? So what do people not see behind the scenes of running a business?
Well, I would say, Berto and I work every day, even though we're 6 years in, we work 12 hours every single day, 7 days a week. We only take off 1 week every 3 months, which we call those quarterly, like, mental health breaks. We give those to
Mm,
ourselves and our employees as well. A lot of people assume you have a business, especially when you've been in business for a few years or you have a successful business. They just kind of assume, and some people do have businesses and they have people that run their businesses for them. But Berto and I have
right.
just never been those type of business owners. We do dishes every day. We take out trash every day, and
Mm,
I tell people, we don't have people that work for us. Like, we work with our employees because we just do, and we always have. And it's a part of business
right.
that a lot of people don't see, because they just think, oh, you probably just get up every day and get to do whatever you want. And da 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 da. You've been having your business for
Hmm.
6 years or whatever. But that's not the case. We still grind it out every single day. Get up. We're at the shop at 5 a.m. We don't leave until 5 or 6 p.m. We work every weekend, every holiday. And we're just very involved in our business, because we just feel like, as business owners, you have to be, you have to know what's going on in your business. You have to keep up with your
Absolutely.
quality,
Oh,
your
Absolutely.
absolutely.
production. It's so important. So a lot of people don't see that side of it. They see They see the success of it and they think, I would love to have that, but they don't know the hustle behind the
To get
success
to it, right?
to get
Yeah,
to it. Yeah.
exactly.
You
Absolutely.
sacrifices your birthday parties, your friends, your family, because
Mhm.
you're always working. There's no time to do anything outside of the business. The business always has to come first, especially when you have employees that depend on you,
Yeah.
that have kids, that have husbands, that have wives,
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
bills. The business has to come first. It does not matter what's going on in your life. In your personal life, your business will trump everything.
Yes.
Definitely agree and understand that. So we share that. With us starting this
Hmm.
platform, that's where we're
Yes.
in the introduction of that. So turmoil and things is happening and turning over, and you have to navigate that part. So we completely understand that.
Yeah.
So like, what's next for Big Needles? What we doing? What we going?
You know,
What's your plan?
it's so crazy because people ask us this all the time, but when you start a business, you don't, our business did not start intentionally. So
Mhm.
our goal for the business has always just been to like get to the next step, get to the next step. So there's never really been a process of, if we ever get really big, what do we want for our business? Do we want a franchise? Do we want to be in different states? Do we want to be in grocery stores? Berto and I have never really thought about that because we never expected it to turn into this. So we're
Right,
at the
right,
point now where we're just really trying to process what's happening to our business. And it's going back to that imposter syndrome is
Yep.
sometimes it's like we're going to work and we're sticking the key in the door and we're like, oh my God, we have a business with 8 employees and we sell thousands of slices of cheesecakes every week. Like, how is that even possible? Like, it's hard to even process that
mm
part of the business, let alone
mm
what is the long term goal for the business. So honestly, our goal right now is to we're in the process of getting a bigger walk-in refrigerator so we can increase production a lot more than what we have been. We just hired a bunch of new full-time employees, and our goal really is just to get to the next step of being able to produce more, being able to accommodate more customers. That needs to be addressed before you can even worry about opening a franchise, doing this, and this.
right, right,
That kind
right,
of stuff doesn't really appeal to us just because we're so invested and involved in our business. And
Right.
I don't want to have a business in California that I can't be at in California because we're just those type of business owners. And
mm
you might call us controlling, but we just are, you know,
No, that's your
I
I
can
get it.
baby.
I
decorate,
get it. I get it. Trust me,
like,
we get
Yeah, we get
yeah, like I
it.
don't want anybody to run or tarnish like what we've taken many years to establish and build. And when you get into franchising and doing all that stuff, yes, it can be very lucrative, but we really don't do this for the money. At this point, we do it for our journey, our healing, our growth, our success, our employees' growth, their success. What can we do that we can offer better for them? And that's just really it. We do it for the opportunity, we do it for the community, and it's really not about the money. Obviously you have to have money to have a business, but it's not. We don't do it because we want to be rich. That's not the end goal for us. The goal is to just keep making a difference in the community, keep inspiring people, keep
it.
motivating people,
Mhm.
and keep showing people that you can do anything that you want if you're willing to sacrifice for it, work for it, and dedicate for it.
I think it's
Yeah,
amazing.
that just made you, like, to me. I just had my personal sparkle moment with you that was like very enlightening because it takes that certain mindset to be able to understand that. Um, because long story short, you're basically doing this because you really enjoy it. And those are the
Correct.
things that pay off the biggest. When you're doing
Yes.
something, you're not. It's not just a job to you. It's not just
Right.
another paycheck. It's not just you don't really have that focus aspect of it. It's something that you enjoy doing, and right now you're living in the glory of that because you're getting paid to do what you love,
Right.
and that's something a lot of people don't connect with. It's
Or
just
gets
one of the,
experience.
yeah,
Right. Yes.
the day-to-day aspects of everything. So again, kudos to that. Like, you are magnificent. Your journey and your
Thank
story
you.
is like, Look, we go together now, right? You stuck in the mirror. You are stuck in
Yeah.
the mirror.
Yeah.
It is.
It ain't
It's a
nothing.
beautiful, beautiful thing. Your humbleness and girl, I just want to tell you really quick before I ask this next question. I want you to focus every day on giving yourself grace
Yes.
Every day.
and
Yeah.
allowing
I'm
yourself
really learning to
to,
do that.
yes, and
Yeah.
allowing yourself to live in your success because
Yeah.
you've done this and it's a beautiful thing and the community loves you.
Yeah.
And I just really want you to know how impactful you are
Thank
and
you.
to always give yourself grace.
Yes, I'm learning. And that really touches me because that's something I really am trying hard with in my life right now because I don't know, like, I guess it goes back to my past or I don't really know particularly what it is, but the success of it sometimes can be overwhelming because, like I said, it just doesn't feel like I'm at a deserving point, even though I know I work hard, but I'm really am trying to heal myself enough to allow myself to enjoy like the fruits of my labor, you
Yes.
know? So
Hmm.
I really appreciate you saying that because it is something I truly need to hear sometimes.
Well, yes, and we're definitely rocking with you and we're on your side. And I hope that your story continues to inspire so many people, not just within our local community, but everybody that's finding you from other areas.
Right.
You're a
Yes.
Yeah.
beautiful soul and you have so much to share. And, you know, I hope that you do continue staying in the mirror and by doing so, allotting grace to yourself and to Berto because you all came a very long way. And what we
Yes.
do kind of like to do with our guests to have a little bit of fun and light in the air is we want to jump into our little rapid fire with you
Sure. Okay.
to get
Wait,
people
wait,
to
wait,
kind of
wait.
get to know Nicole aside
Okay.
from your story.
Okay.
So
So we have a moment we can go be childish real quick.
yeah, we can
This
be
is
Okay.
literally what it's
childish.
all about. Your story was amazing, but I want to go play in the sand. Okay.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Cool story, bro. Cool story. All right. So what's coming up next? We're going to give you 1 minute to
Okay.
answer these questions, and it's going to be the first thought that's coming out of your head. So there's no you're thinking about it. Just know you got 1 minute.
Okay.
All right. You need to go stretch or something.
Nope. I'm ready.
All right. Let me start the clock.
Okay.
All right. Three, two, one. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Favorite comfort food?
Um. Oh my
Coffee
God.
or
Okay.
energy
Sorry.
drink?
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Coffee or energy drink?
Neither.
Most chaotic thing about you?
My personality.
Love it. What song describes your life right now?
Uh. Pass.
Guilty pleasure TV show.
Oh my God. Grey's Anatomy.
Biggest pet peeve.
People that chew with their mouth open.
One word. Shut up, twin. One word your friends use to describe you.
Big.
Go to cuss word.
Shit.
Favorite cheesecake flavor.
Wedding cake.
What food will never touch your plate? 15
Avocado.
seconds.
Okay.
Night owl or early bird?
Early bird.
One thing recovery taught you.
To stay humble.
One thing business taught you.
To always say yes. Like keep going. Always say yes.
Most embarrassing moment.
Uh, ooh, pass.
Do you have a hidden talent?
No.
Celebrity you have drinks with.
Cardi B.
Ah!
Hey.
Okay, 7 seconds. What heals your soul?
Healing other people.
Last thing you laughed way too hard on.
TikTok.
If Nicole had a warning label, what would it say?
I'm loud. I talk loud. My voice is loud.
Got it. You got it. 2 seconds left. You got it. You got
Yay.
it.
Yay.
And I tell you, I would have drinks with Cardi B too. Like, let's go. I'm
That's
I
ready.
mean,
my girl.
Yes,
at
I
this
love
Come
point,
on.
Cardi.
That's my
I'm
girl.
bringing my spin the night bag. I'm taking my spin the night bag.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
less. Don't even worry about it. If you're
Well,
looking for me, don't look.
Right. I do want to thank you again for taking this opportunity, to step into the mirror with us. And I wish you the utmost success. Before we do end this
Thank
with you,
you.
what do you want
Yes,
people to
ma'am.
remember about Nicole when they leave this episode?
Oh my gosh. That.
We'll start off with
hmm.
she's fucking amazing, but go ahead.
Oh
She
no,
is
The
see,
floor is
like
amazing.
yours.
this is where
Go
I
ahead.
struggle, like
The floor is
talking
yours.
positive about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
I understand.
I hate that. Like I hate trying to say like I'm so great and I'm so powerful,
Yeah,
like because I don't really see myself like that. So it's hard for me.
I
I
understand.
would just say I would want people to see me as like an empath. I'm trying to be better towards myself, more forgiving towards myself. Um, and that I'm a loving, caring, encouraging person, and that's just what I would say. Like I'm an empath. So
I love it. I love it.
definitely love it. Like seriously, want to send you the highest frequencies, like your
thank
energy
you so much.
and like your aura, everything is it's well matched. And again, I am proud of you. Keep up the good work, and I wish the most success to you. And
Thank you.
I hope it goes really far. And then I'm a slide center. I'm in Georgia, so if you do want a franchise, I got you down here. Okay.
Yes, yes, and I hope I hope for you. I
So
hope the same for you
I
guys
got
as
you, Nate.
well.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Nicole, I'm going to try to squeeze in there and see you this weekend. I know I got to get in
Yes, yes.
line, but I'm going to try to come
No,
down
girl, if
there.
you need anything, just let me know. You got my personal number now, so you got the direct line
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
All right,
And
yeah.
you,
All right. So look, the mirror. Y'all heard that. We on personal level. So
we
don't.
That's
are
all
on
right.
personal
That's all right.
level.
When
You
once you get
know.
the personal number, then you've
we
reached a
go.
different
It's
status.
locked in.
Right.
You're locked
We go
in.
way back now. Okay. We
That's all right.
family.
Well, thank you so much, sweetheart. And I wish you the utmost success on this coming weekend and
Thank you
continue
guys.
leveling up and staying elevated.
Yes. Yes, you guys as well. Good luck on y'all's journey. I'm super proud of you guys too. I'm honored to be a part of this. And yeah, kudos to you guys for doing these types of things because people need to hear this kind of stuff. So I congratulate you guys as well.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you,
Thanks,
beautiful.
guys.
And give Berto hugs for us.
Big
Yes,
time.
I
Even though
will.
he's
I'll let him know that
just
he's next.
forgive him.
Y'all got to get him on here next.
We're going to have to, yes.
Yes, yes.
Got you.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
sweetie. You
Step
have a
into the
wonderful
mirror.
Thanks,
day.
guys. Y'all have a good night.
Bye. She's absolutely amazing. And, I wish her and Berto the utmost
Like
success for
seriously,
everything that she's been through in
just
her life.
more
Yes,
power, just that awakening, like amazing.
all of
The
it.
vibe and the
Yes,
energy is just it's
yes.
fucking immaculate. So once again, y'all, this is what happens when you face the mirror. And shit happens when you face the mirror, and it only happens when you recognize what's going on. So make sure
Exactly.
y'all stay in
And
the mirror, and y'all know where to find us.
oh yes, and of course Nicole's information is going to be linked to you guys. So make sure you check her out. If you're in the Louisville area and you want a cheesecake, you better get in line because whenever I tell y'all that is really wrapped around the block, that is no lie. No
Literally,
lie. It's really around the block.
the
But
proof is
again,
there.
yes, thank you for joining us. Again, thank you, Nicole. Have a great week, you guys, and make sure you stay in the mirror.
Bye.
Bye.